Hey y'all, it's Leah. Welcome back to my series on creating an ideas book where we are making templates for different junk journal elements that we can refer to in the future. So today's project is going to be a Z-card pocket. So what that looks like is this little pocket. You kind of have a little handle here and you pull it open. You can use this space for some decoration as I did here, or it could even be a little hidden journaling spot, however you choose to use it. It is a pocket because when you glue it down on your page, you're going to glue it on 3 sides, and so that way you can stick something in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. It is super simple. All you need is 2 pieces of paper cut the same size. It is totally up to you as far as the size that you want your pocket to be, because all you're kind of doing is folding things in half. So the measurements don't really matter. It's whatever size you want your final to be. It's basically going to be half the size of your original length. So that will be, what you see on your page, the size of your page. I am using, for this one, I used a single-sided paper, and it's just kind of, something out of like a paper pack. So it's not very heavy. It's just a tiny bit heavier than regular copy paper. For your back page, you're really not going to see it, with the exception of just this little bit that you might glance as you are looking down on it. So you really could just use one piece of decorative paper and then have copy paper on the other side. Or even, it might even look nice if you had, because you do kind of see that opening here, and this is white space. If you had just a piece of cardstock, like a solid colored cardstock, that would work as well. Okay, so lots of options for this. I like options. Okay, so this is really easy. All you're gonna do is take your paper, and you'll do the exact same thing for both papers. You're gonna fold it down in half, and then you're gonna take that top flap and you're gonna fold it up so it meets the top. That's it. Then you're going to repeat that same process. So fold down in half and then fold up to meet that crease. Okay, so now we end up with 2 pieces like this. We're gonna flip one of them around this way, and then that's how we're gonna do our gluing. So it's gonna go together, so that makes our little Z. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop some glue on here on 3 sides, thin little bead, and then I'm gonna match this long part to the short part. So you're always gluing kind of the opposites, so long to short. So we've got that one on there, and then I'm just gonna flip it over so that I get my glue on the short side, and then push this down, and now I've got my little Z. So now you can just decorate it however you wish. I went really springy on this one, just with some stickers. You do want to keep in mind that whatever you put here does need to be able to fold. So that is why I went with stickers on this one. If you had washi, that would work. If you had just thin paper, that would work. If you wanted to do like some collage or something. If you had a really thin paper, little embellishment, or, die cut or something, you just don't want a chipboard embellishment, because that's not going to fold in half. So it's got to be something that will take to a fold. Your front, you can put whatever you want on it, because that's not going to be folded. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our directions and get this into our journal. Let's set this one aside. So our directions, we need 2 strips of single-sided paper. We're gonna fold in half and then fold 1 flap down. I think I was writing this the other way, but you know what I mean. It's basically, take one of those flaps and fold that in half. Ink it if you choose before you glue. Just makes it easier. And then glue your short end to your long end on both of the sides, and then decorate as desired. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that. Let's see, can I get that one on here? Yeah, because I think I'm just going to put my directions on the top. So again, we are just gluing this on 3 sides so it makes a pocket. And then these directions will be my decoration on here. And then get our little title. And that is it. That is our little Z-card pocket. So I actually glued it the other way. So it can, now you see, it can open either way. Totally up to you. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time. Bye.